It's just like, and new IFBB Pro Beckyn Mickelson.
Oh my gosh. Dude, I can't believe it. We fucking did it.
It was
4 years
amazing.
of work, of competing just came to fruition. I
Yes,
still,
ma'am.
oh, and this is your IFBB Pro, soon to be Olympia qualified, Coach Kiki.
Yes.
Let's not
Yes.
forget. Um, Yeah, I'm still shocked. I feel like, well, I remember asking you like how you felt after you got your pro card, and you're like, I don't know. Like, because you like started coaching the next day. And that's kind of like how like it was just so much because it was you get your pro card and then you're going pro and then like getting on the pro stage. So it was like, have I even had a chance to like process this? I feel like I should have cried or something. But apparently we don't do that. Watching the Gilco video, I was like, dang, I didn't have a very cool reaction to getting my pro card. Everyone else was like falling to the ground, slamming their fists on the ground. I was just like,
Could have been like,
I did
yes.
it. Start like air humping.
Oh my gosh. Well, I had all of the tears for you. I didn't cry that much. I was
No.
surprised. Because I think I was controlling myself because I wanted to make sure I still looked good for photos.
Yes, yes. I feel like I got more emotional after prejudging because it was at that point that like we
We
knew.
like knew. Yeah.
Not to sound like cocky, but yeah.
Well, you were splitting center and objectively, like looking at the photos of you and Big Red, I mean, you had it. I mean, she looked
She
amazing.
did.
But it was just we like
The
it was
glutes were there.
yeah, we knew that you were
We
gonna
got
get
the glutes a pop and
yeah.
which is
Dude, it
just
it's been hard for me to come up with like I'm glad Ben posted the photo from the Team Pro Ops page because honestly I've been like sit down to like write a caption and I'm like I don't even there's so much to say that
yes.
I don't know how to put it into a caption and
And
then
like
even
make it sound flow and sound good because I feel the same like this isn't good like this doesn't do it justice.
exactly,
Oh,
exactly. Because I could go into, I mean, my Instagram feed is just going to be like a Beckon fan page for the next couple of weeks because we have so much content,
yeah.
and then there's just so many pieces to your journey and like the getting you to like your pro card that I'm like, there's so much to say.
Yeah, it's
Even when I
crazy.
was like working, I sent over information to Danny for Max Efforts email newsletter about your like transformation and like you winning your pro card. And I was like putting out bullet points and I was like, well, there's so much to say, like your whole transformation, your food, your last improvement season, what we did, like there's just so much to
I
it.
know. It's like that meme where he's like got the bulletin board with all the strings and everything and arrows pointing everywhere.
Yeah,
It's been
I
a
had all these
fucking journey.
bullets. Yeah, like Danny, make it sound good.
Yeah, make it flow. Well, I just had to write, well, for like my branding thing that I'm doing for my business, she had me do like write my origin story and like rough draft it, like literally from childhood. And I was like, oh my God. Like, there's so much that has made me who I am, like as a person. And then I was like going into the competing stuff. I'm like, shit, what is my life?
Yeah.
And it's just fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Like, we are here.
Yeah. Well, because there's so much like that, history of Beckon that got you to like getting into health and fitness just in general, and then now as a coach, but like it's also like the competing side too. There's just so many different facets.
Yeah.
It's like God bless, I already had my like thing on my website that he shall not be named wrote for me, which sounds so good. About like my background with
Hmm.
like my business stuff and sports and now being like a coach and pro and whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hard to come up with it. I mean, and there's lots of stuff that I wrote that I don't need the public to know. Like,
Yeah.
so it's like what gets put in, what gets left out. Like, because there is like a time and place to share certain parts of your story. Um, but okay, on the like no reaction thing, like well, first of all, I'm like conditioned to like not celebrate in front of people. Like, I've seen that somewhere, like, don't let people see you celebrate. And then I just took an Enneagram test and I'm like Enneagram 1, which is a perfectionist apparently, which was kind of surprising, but not really also. But it was like you don't I don't show I don't like to feel emotions. And then when I was doing my origin story, she was like, start from the get-go, like from your childhood. And I had this realization this morning. When I was in kindergarten, I was very, very sensitive child. When I was in kindergarten, I would cry every single day that my mom dropped me off, to the point of they put a chart in my locker that if I didn't cry, I got a sticker. And if I got so many stickers, then I got to pick out a prize. So literally, I was rewarded for not showing emotion from kindergarten. And it's just like, wow, that has like shaped my life in a very
Yeah.
unintentional way. So that was,
I mean, it's true.
mhm.
Like it's not showing emotion. That's like even when I'm on like posing calls with Ben and I was like getting frustrated and he's like, just cry. And I was like, no, no,
Mm-mm.
nope, I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah, yeah. I don't want to cry in front of people. And then also one of my main emotion is actually anger. So I'll just like pop off. Like,
Yeah.
but I can control it to a point. And then like after the prejudging for the pro show and Ben came backstage, when I'm pointing at you to do this, I was like, don't yell at me right now.
Let me let me just freaking be right now. I just won my pro card. I just won the overall. Get out of here.
I don't know what I'm doing.
I know. I think I'm like gonna have like PTSD or something when I'm on stage. I'm just gonna be listening for Ben's voice. He may be talking
Luckily,
to he may be talking to another girl.
yeah,
And
no,
I'm
you gotta, he does need hand signals because usually this means turn your hips. And that time it meant move the fuck in. Yeah, see, that would have made more sense.
yeah, we'll work on it. We'll work on the hand signals.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Well, I mean, where should we even start? Peak week. Well, okay. First of
Yeah,
all, you did fucking a phenomenal job. I mean, just like from St. Louis to Junior USA's to Junior Nats, like everything came together. We were so like dialed with everything and like how to peak me and just like all the things that we did in between. And like the attention to detail was insane with how we brought me in and like eating. And it was so easy the week of Junior Nats. Like we knew exactly what the fuck we were doing, exactly like how many meals, how many grams of rice to eat, how many grams of nut butter to eat, like so specific. And by Thursday, well, yeah, Thursday, I mean, we were ready, like fucking ready to step on stage
you're
and then
ready.
just had to hold it, which was awesome. So it wasn't like I was trying to eat a million billion calories on Friday to try to fill out because we were like already there. And so that
Yeah,
was
that was so
awesome.
nice.
Mhm.
I mean, it felt weird as a coach. Like me and Ben would obviously like discuss about what we were doing, and we're like, yo, we don't have to change anything.
Yeah.
Like we didn't manipulate like much at all. It was like, all right, you're doing your low days in quotes. All right, let's do a high day. All
Okay,
right,
well,
back to low.
yeah.
All right,
That,
you're holding nice and full, so we really don't need to do anything. Like was it Friday? Like you just kept looking just like a little bit better after every single meal. We didn't even
yeah.
have to adjust anything with your meals that day. I'm
Mm-mm.
pretty sure all your meals were the same,
Same
if
thing.
I remember correctly.
Rice and fish
Yeah,
and nut
like
butter.
I know for like St. Louis and then like junior USAs, we would like add a little bit more rice or add a little bit more fats or whatever. We didn't have to change anything. We're
No.
like, nope, rinse and repeat. Nope,
Yep.
rinse, repeat. And I was like, all right, this is like that's how it goes. Like you shouldn't have, if you're ready, which you clearly were, like you shouldn't have to do anything,
Right.
like at
Yeah.
all.
And I just have to say, like, I'm so proud of you and you like switching, like your life obviously changed a lot. And then you started working with Ben, and it's just so clear how much like you have learned and like the old habits that were learned from the team that shall not be named is just like that was not how to do things. And like we kept things clean. We don't need to drink wine the night before. Like we don't eat a meal between like a refeed meal between prejudging and finals. Like everything is just dialed. And like all the stupid shit that people do, it was just like we don't need to do that.
Yeah. Yeah. It was like now this was our like third show with like me and Ben duo, and
Mhm.
we were just like in such a good sync. Like I think it was like your first meal of the day on Saturday. We were both like, yes, like
Yeah.
120 or whatever grams of
Yep.
rice. We were like, that's it. You said that, I said that, let's go.
Mhm.
We were
Yeah.
both such in a good, like it always just makes me feel good when I have a plan in my head and then Ben tells me his thoughts and I was like, fuck yes.
I
Like
know. Like when he sent me your pictures on Monday, I was like, yeah, her hamstrings look tighter than they did on Saturday. He's like, exactly. I was like, I'm so smart. Yeah, it feels good. Um, and then obviously we had Lacey there. She got there on Friday to do, um, she came obviously to see us, but she also did my makeup. So that morning was so like not stressful at all. All I had to do was go get a tan, and that was at like 9. So it was just like relaxed. I got to sit in our Airbnb and get my makeup done and then walk into prejudging a little bit before I was needing to step on stage, which I love. Like, I do not want to sit back there and just
on the
wait,
hard floor. Yeah.
listen to people get yelled at and rushed around and watch people pump up way the fuck before they need to pump up. That's another thing that's just like so nice. It's just relaxing until it's time to go on. And I felt so calm on like oh that another thing I did it once before stepping on stage for St. Louis for prejudging was the shot of Fireball. Like I didn't even need that. It's just like, yeah, I own this. Like
We didn't need any extra
I
juice.
yeah, it's just the confidence is there, and that is another thing that comes with doing this for so long. And you feel good, like feel at home on stage. And it's
Mhm.
nice to have Ben in the audience yelling at you to turn your hips slightly if you need to, or like hear him yell, perfect.
Yes, we did it. I was such an anxious mess. I was like, I can't even watch this. I can't watch her go on stage. I cannot do it. I can't do it. I was sitting next to Lacey and she's like, she's fine. I was like,
Oh my gosh.
I know she's fine. I'm the one that's not fine right now.
There were some, there was a little bit of tears shed, or like not tears, but like watery eyes after pre-judging. Like you showed me the pictures on stage. I didn't even know where the fuck I was on stage. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, was I in the middle? And then China was backstage and she's like,
Hope
yes,
so.
you were, yeah, right. And then you came back and we were just like, oh my gosh, we did it. And then, well, honestly, like meal one was pretty much the only full meal I ate that day. So, I had some rice cakes between prejudging and finals, Reese's for pump up, then that fucking candy for before finals. But that was like, it was a long day, just with being tired, being on my feet, and then very overstimulating with going right into the pro show. The tan was the only annoying part. Like
Ian was annoying.
having to, I had to get
Yeah.
touched up and it was like, does this still look okay? Um, so, but Liquid Sunrays, Marilyn, thank you. Um, yeah, I mean, well, actually, I was gonna say, looking at the overall pictures, like that glaze is so important. Like having my glutes glazed, the other girls like didn't have much on, and mine were like popping, or like
Mhm.
very juicy looking because of the
Yeah.
glaze. Um, but yeah, after getting my pro card after at finals, and then getting off stage. Well, it was first of all, it was amazing that even Lacey were like back there, and
I don't
then
know how I got backstage at some point.
I was like between prejudging and finals. It was just there was no security. Sorry. But then I didn't even like the overall wasn't like a big deal. It was like, wow, we got the pro card. So whatever happens next is whatever. And then that was fucking cool. I love when Ben came back. He's like, yeah, you won it when you whipped around and did your walk to the front. I was like, that's my fucking MO. That's my favorite thing to do. I don't think we have a video of it, which makes me sad, but it was just like you turn on and it just it feels so
Mhm.
badass. Love it. And
I
then
mean, like it was when you did that in St. Louis, it was just like, damn, like,
we
all
do have a
right, like
video of
that's
that.
the like, and that's what I tell like my girls about like stage presence and confidence. Like, yo, that's what they're looking for is the person that's like, I'm here to fucking win.
Mhm.
And when you were out there for the overall, I wasn't in the audience because I wanted to be backstage. And I was like creeping up and I was like, I could only see like the middle people. And I was like, all right, Holly's in the middle. And then when they moved you into the middle, I was like, fuck yes. I was like, that's it. That's it. Like she got it. And
Oh
that's
my
not what we
God.
were like expecting. Like that's just like an icing on the cake.
We didn't even talk about it. Like I was like, man, it'd be cool if I won the overall, but like very like passing thoughts. But it's like, but I just really want to get my pro card. Like, I don't care about the overall. Like, yeah, that'd be cool, but wasn't like a constant thought, like I'm gonna win though. It was I was manifesting the pro card. I was not manifesting no overall win. So that was
Yeah.
fucking cool. Besides the guy, I announcing Becky Mickelson. It's like I
Back
feel like
in.
I can't even post it.
Mhm.
Thanks, mom and dad.
Yeah. Yeah, that was just like that was amazing.
Yeah, and then he asked me questions. I was not prepared for this. ABP, always be prepared.
Yeah.
I just have a speech ready for.
I would like to thank
Yeah, I should.
Recent.
Yeah, I wish he would have asked me that because that would have been easy. It was just like, how you feeling? Like, I don't fucking know. I still don't know. But
Like,
I feel like I looked at Joe and I was like, I'm ready to do my pro debut. So it was nice to like hone in on Joe having a familiar face out there.
Yeah.
Oh, but
I'm
it was
like, do you have champagne that I can have?
right. Where's my champagne? Where's the bottle of champagne that I won?
Yeah. Hello.
And then getting off stage and running into your arms. I like the photos of me walking down the stairs. I love those. It's like, what just happened? Um, so that
Yeah.
was, and then just getting to see you. Why doesn't anyone ever, like, those pictures are like legit, but no one ever gets our like initial hug. They're not fast enough and they make us recreate it.
And again,
Can you guys do that again?
yeah, like
So
you guys should already be ready with your camera in hand.
yes, yes. So after getting off stage, then obviously I took some pictures and it was just like immediately, are you doing the pro show? And then here's your application to fill out. Also give us more money.
I thought that was funny.
Yeah. Um, so yeah, 7 out of the 8 new pros did the pro show, which was awesome. And I mean, another thing I learned, don't fucking underestimate yourself because I was terrified to like we have talked many a times. I was like, I don't want to do it because it's just like getting humbled. It takes away. It did not take away. It was great. Like good experience. Definitely did feel like a deer in the headlights, but we learned. Now I'm ready for next time. I was like a little practice run and then getting first call or 1.5 call outs, we'll call it.
Yeah.
That felt awesome. And then just like the video of or at dinner when they released the list and we saw that I was 10th, like so fucking cool. I loved it.
Yeah. That's so cool. You should have been up there a little bit higher, but that's a different story.
You know.
But it was like that's you couldn't have asked for a better weekend.
No. And then we got to do the photo shoot the next morning. I've been creeping looking for those, but like you said, yours weren't up for a while, so I'm not. But I can't wait to see them. Other than the making us do the other people's poses, I don't really need to see those.
Sometimes I don't understand what JM is thinking, but I you just don't question
Yeah, like
the
can
manions. So
no, no, just make us look good, please.
yeah,
Um,
but that was so cool. I'm so glad I was there for, the photo shoot because it was
yeah.
just like such a cool thing. And it's annoying that like not everyone is there
Hmm.
because like you don't want to obviously bank on getting your pro card and needing to stay for the photo shoot, but like that is such a cool experience to
Yeah,
just like do it. I mean,
yeah,
if I would have like had an earlier flight, I would have totally changed it.
right.
Like, fuck
Yeah.
that.
I banked on it and my book that was my way of manifesting was booking the later
Yeah.
flight and then it kind of fucked me because my first flight got pushed back because I had like posted like manifesting 101 I booked a later flight so that I could be at the shoot should I need to be and then my first flight got pushed back an hour so then I was immediately going to miss my connection and so then I had to push my second flight back 3 hours. I didn't post about that. Like, I guess that's what you get back
Yeah,
in.
whatever.
But then I got to like have a little layover vibe in the airport and get some wine at some place called Vino Bolo or something. So that it was not bad. But it was a
Yeah,
very, very late night and I feel I'm still recovering. Like I'm just tired this week. Just
yeah,
getting back to work and doing what needs to be done there and getting ready to move next week. So,
yeah. Lots of big things
so
happening
many
for
exciting
back
things.
in IFBB Pro.
Yes. Immediately changed my handle on Instagram. So that's where to find me now.
Yep, yep, yep.
And my favorite thing is that I don't hate. going, like I was excited to get back in the gym. I remember like thinking last week when Naya and China like got told they can't train. I was like, I wish that I got told that I didn't need to train today. And but it was like it's such a mental health thing. Like I needed to go train and it's been fun, even though I'm still at the Y this week. But yeah, it's been feeling good. And this is a really important time post show to still be like in the gym and not eating like an asshole, which I haven't been doing either. So we're
Good
good.
job, Beckyn.
Yeah, it's just like I am a pro now. And like I not like I wouldn't be doing this, not like I would be being an asshole if I wasn't, but it was just like everything that has led to this point has like made me ready for this moment. And I've learned so much and just like true bikini competitor lifestyle, like not getting excited. Like I didn't even have like a post-show treat ready. Like,
Yeah,
well, besides champagne.
yeah, yeah,
But
that
that's
doesn't.
like low, even keel compared to how ham other people go. I also just can't believe that woman eating continental breakfast.
What?
I just can't believe the one person was eating continental breakfast the next morning.
Yeah, the one of the winners. And I was like, ma'am, you are in Chattanooga, and there were a lot of good breakfast
There
places.
were,
Like, please go get yourself some real brunch,
yes, which
please.
is what we did.
Yes.
Stuffed French toast. That margarita was good too, but I wasn't like in the mood to drink at the moment. Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
but the place Naya and I went to for lunch, they had it was called the Pineapple Express. It was champagne, pineapple vodka, and pineapple juice. It tasted like the patio bubbles drink, or it was like the same vibe as that from Kona. It was so good. And it was like
Yeah.
punch, like consistency. Not, no, it wasn't
Mhm.
like frozen, but it was like frothy on top.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
It was
Oh,
delicious. That was like a highlight. And my euros. I don't know why I wanted euros so bad. Euros and a poke
you're a
bowl.
Euro.
That was like the two meats I wanted.
Give me all the meats.
There's some other meat I want too.
Same. I don't know whose, but well,
Someone good.
I can't believe like you freaking did it, ma'am. Like that was there. We were talking offline that there's so much to say. There's just so much to say.
Yeah. And it literally like in my post yesterday, it's and this we kind of talked about this in the Are You Ready for the national stage? Like it had started to feel like impossible. Like I was like, okay, well next year I'm gonna do junior USA's. Like I was ready to have to go again because it is that hard. And I don't mean to like pat myself on the back or anything, but like it takes a lot to get here. And also like you said something because when we talked about North Americans a while ago, like my first national show, and it was just like standing in line and like these girls are big, and you said to me, "You're a big girl now," and like I felt like it, like even honestly, like my glute, I feel like my glutes like just blew up after St. Louis, and like when I'm just like standing straight, like I have glutes, like
Yeah,
I'm a big girl now.
you're a big girl now,
I'm a big
girlfriend.
kid now. But yeah, we fucking did it. I wouldn't be here without you. It's
It's so,
crazy to think about our lives,
I
how they've
know.
changed since A, we started working together, and B, like since last year.
Yeah.
And it's weird because we taught, like, obviously we lived together or on the same property, for the last 2 years up until December. And then I started prep. So we're like still communicating almost every day. And now it's like, well, now what? Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
we're just, I mean, we're still gonna be up each other's asses via text, but it's just wild.
Now I gotta get you ready for the pro stage.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm nervous. I'm already nervous to pose with Ben as a pro. I
No,
wonder
he's not.
what my routine will look like. Oh, that was, well, I don't mean to like talk shit. I'm not talking shit, but like with the getting on the pro stage right away, like we didn't change my routine. Like there was no reason for me to fuck around and like try to add stuff in. Like my routine was great, but the other like but I got like I saw everyone else doing it. I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna
Yeah. You just need to show
do
your
yeah,
body.
yeah.
It doesn't the individual routine doesn't make a whole lot of difference.
Plus I was just like, kid, I'll be the one to hurry this up. I'm
Yeah.
gonna go to
Let's
dinner.
get this let's get this going. I got
Yeah, can you guys fucking stop? I'm kind of hungry. I haven't eaten all day.
yeah. That is the bad thing about you being like 1000% ready is you didn't need to necessarily eat to fill out on show day.
Nope.
That's probably the least amount of food you ever ate
Oh yeah,
on
1000%. Those Reese's
yeah.
tasted so good. Thanks for the medals. Kiki got me Reese's medals, which was very fitting for the day. And then I had my sloths, which I wish I wouldn't have eaten. But those pictures are everything. Should
They
have
are.
gone for the
They're so
cinnamon
good.
dragons. But the
Yeah.
sloths felt right.
Yeah, they were
Not in
right.
my mouth though. But yeah, everything's like packed up for the season, ready to move, ready to do it again next year.
Yeah, new exciting things.
Yes.
All the exciting things happening.
Yes, indeed.
Well, I'm just so proud of you. I mean, it's been so cool to be with you, like with you on this journey of just seeing, just like not like obviously you've grown as a physical human in
Yes.
the past 3 years, and also just like your relationship with food, mental, emotionally, just everything. You've just like blossomed. And this is kind of like the not I don't not ending, but
The
like the
crowning moment.
culmination
Yes.
of everything.
Everything came to fruition exactly how it was supposed to. The timing was exactly how it was supposed to happen. Like it just like realizing that and just like accomplishing this huge goal. Could have done it without you. I also remember being in old school gym. I think it was summer of 2022, and I said to you, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna be kind of mad if I'm not your first pro. And you were like, no, I'm gonna be kind of mad if you're not my first pro. And we fucking made it happen.
Yes. Now I can retire.
Yep. No
I'm
one else
good.
gets to, I got the pro title, but no one else gets to claim Kiki's first pro title.
Yes, yes.
But you can find me on Instagram at Beckyn underscore IFBB Pro.
You can find me at Keeker's Laugh IFBB Pro. That sounds so good for the both of
Give
us.
us a 5-star rating and review. Write us a
Love
review.
note.
Write us a love note. If you got some good meat.
Let us know. If you guys have any questions about Beckyn's journey or anything you want to hear more from us about turning pro, being a pro, whatever,
We're
you know,
experts.
let us know. Yeah, let us
Yes.
know. Slide into the DMs.
I'm gonna have to have some champagne on here sometime soon now that I can. So
Yes. Yes.
fucking cheers.
Cheers.
We did it.
You get it. What's up, guys? Coach Kiki here. I just wanted to thank you for listening to this episode of Champagne Gains. If you loved this episode, please make sure you do all of the things like, subscribe, give us a 5-star rating and review, and share with your champagne bestie. Champagne Gains is also brought to you by Coach Kiki LFG Gym Gear. Unlock the full power of your workouts with Coach Kiki's Let's Fucking Grow hip bands, long resistance bands, cable ankle straps, and hip thrust pads. For all of your sprinkle booty gains, check out CoachKikiLFG.com. Thanks, guys. Cheers.